Boom shakalaka, this is very scary for Bitcoin. Here's exactly what to do. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, very scary times for Bitcoin. Here's exactly what to do. You definitely want to watch this soon. Before we get into it, like the video, join us on Twitter at @Crypto_Love, and of course, subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos longer than everybody else. Now, today, fear and greed at 40, down from yesterday's 47. People are getting more fearful, out of neutral, back into fear. The overall market down 1%, Bitcoin at 87,469, Ethereum 2028, and XRP 236. Now, Bitcoin coming up to a very serious wedge formation on April Fool's Day, and this is no joke. Well, what has Bitcoin done recently? It broke above this orange line, the 200-day moving average, broke above this blue line, the 21-day EMA, but has some very serious resistance at $90,000. Previous support now turned resistance. Also at that same level, we have the 50-day moving average, and we also have the top of this downtrend. Many things coming up for some resistance for Bitcoin in the near future could get rejected once again and continue this downtrend. Now, if we zoom out a little bit, guess what? We still have higher lows on the grand scale. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin could go all the way down to $50,000 and still have higher lows, which is well below this downtrend right here. So, still in a general bull trend for Bitcoin. At least that's my thought on it. Maybe not Tony the Bear's thought, but it's my thought on things. In the short term, though, like I said, might get rejected. Check out what happened last time Bitcoin RSI hit the overbought territory on the 4-hour chart, which it just did. Every single time, Bitcoin price plummeted between 6% down and 25% down, averaging roughly 15% drop for Bitcoin. We could see price taking a little bit of a dive, which wouldn't be that uncommon. I mean, it would just continue in the trend that has been in since mid-January. So nothing new happening there. We take a look at the production costs for Bitcoin. Right now, metrics to keep in mind. The estimated production cost per Bitcoin, $58,000. The price per Bitcoin, $87,000. That means it's a lot cheaper to produce than it is to buy. Now, if we take a look at every time that the production costs go above this blue line, which is a change in realized cap, these did signal local or cycle tops. So this may be another local top, may just have to come back down, touch the bottom or close to there again before it can take off once more. You know, rinse and repeat. And if we take a look, there are some bearish charts out there. Right now, Bitcoin is currently trading around $87,000, while the ETF realized price is $72,500. That would mean, well, price should come back to the ETF realized price, right? Because ETF holders are still sitting on an average unrealized profit of 17%. Maybe, maybe not. Kind of depends how you look at it. Because if you take a look at the ETF fund flows, not the ETF realized price, but the ETF fund flows, there's still a gap in the Bitcoin ETF price fund flows where Bitcoin price is actually below. So this would indicate that price would go up. So it kind of depends which metric you're looking at to see which direction Bitcoin should go. And if we take a look right now, traders are sitting at an average loss of almost 14%. Historically, these levels in a bull market signal that selling pressure may be fading and price is ready to resume its upward price action. But this may not happen immediately, may take a few more months of consolidation. But this is very interesting. The dollar is crossing below its 200-day moving average. This has happened 41 times since 2015. What does it mean for Bitcoin? A very important question. Well, over the next 9 months after this happened, Bitcoin finished higher 98% of the time. That's almost guaranteed. The worst gain was 24%. The median gain was 162%. The average gain was even higher, much higher. This 90% probability puts Bitcoin at or above $125,000 by the end of the year. Did you hear that? Yeah, likely going up by the end of the year, 98% of the time. Worst case scenario, 24%. That's, yeah, worst case scenario. Holy freaking cow, it's $100,000. So why is this happening? Well, we're at a rare point where the liquidity is being retested, this yellow line and dot. We also have the business cycle bottoming and reversing. Now, historically, when these two things align, when the stars align, yes, that's banana territory for Bitcoin. We are sitting at the cusp of them happening identically at the same time. Only the third time this has happened in 12 years. The other two propelled the crypto market to its steepest legs. Ignore the noise, ignore the sky is falling, because likely all ships are about to rise. We're seeing right now the Bitcoin miner capitulation ribbons, the hash ribbons, signal capitulation now has signaled a blue buy. And while it doesn't happen every time that we have a blue buy, the majority of the times this signals a Bitcoin impulse move where the price moves up. So again, likely moving up. And just one more thing, using statistics to help predict the price. Now, granted, history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. This takes a look at 10 years of Bitcoin seasonality in one chart. And amazingly right now, Bitcoin is tracking along that lower bound, which is negative 25% range. The way to interpret this chart is that there's a 75% chance that Bitcoin will go higher from here since its bottom is 25% threshold. And there's a 50% chance it will gain 50% or more in the short term. And look at what the median does over the next couple of months. It's a big parabolic move and then sideways and another big parabolic move. So we could be having a big move for Bitcoin. And kind of the answer to the riddle is just sit on it and hold it. The longer you hold it, the better it does. You're holding the best asset on the planet. Keep what you have, save a portion of your pay in Bitcoin, and let time handle the rest. If you just zoom out on this power curve, guess what? By the latest, in 10 years, Bitcoin will be $1 million per Bitcoin. At the latest. What other investment could do that? You don't need to leverage. You don't need to trade. Only time. Isn't that the name of a song by Enya? Yeah, I think it is. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video. There's a playlist right up there. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
Boom, shakalaka.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.